If you're in India, chances are you've already used UPI today. It's that little bit of magic where you pay for something with just a quick scan of your phone. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder what's really happening behind that simple QR code? Well, in this explainer, we're going to lift the hood on that 2-second transaction. Let's get right into it.
For us, the users, it feels completely effortless, almost instant, right? You scan a code, punch in your secret PIN, and bam, the payment is done. It's this super seamless experience that has totally changed the game for daily payments for millions and millions of people.
And that is the big question we're going to unpack today. What kind of incredible digital gymnastics are happening in the background to move your money from your bank account to someone else's, all in literally the blink of an eye? All right, so let's start by breaking down this 2-second miracle. It's not magic, it's actually a very carefully choreographed dance between multiple systems, and they're all designed to be fast, secure, and incredibly reliable. To really get it, we need to look at the anatomy of a single transaction. So let's meet the key players who make the whole thing possible.
So, every single time you make a UPI payment, there are 4 main actors on the stage. First, there's you and your payment app, like Google Pay or PhonePe. Then you've got your bank, the receiver's bank, and maybe the most important player of all, one you might not have even heard of, the NPCI.
So what on earth is the NPCI? Well, it stands for the National Payments Corporation of India. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like air traffic control, but for all of India's digital money. It's the central switch that doesn't actually hold any money itself, but it perfectly guides every single transaction from where it starts to where it needs to go, all safely and securely. Okay, let's follow the money. It all kicks off the second you hit pay in your app. Instantly, your app fires off an encrypted message to the NPCI. Our air traffic controller then pings your bank. Your bank then talks back to your phone, asking for your secret PIN to make sure it's really you. Once you put that in, your bank debits the money and gives NPCI the green light. And finally, NPCI tells the receiver's bank, hey, credit their account. Both you get a little notification, and this whole trip, this entire journey, is over in less than 5 seconds. It's incredible.
But hang on, how can something so ridiculously fast also be secure? That's the million-dollar question, right? And it brings us to what I like to call the code of trust, the deep, fundamental principles that make UPI not just convenient, but also super safe.
Okay, first, let's get one crucial thing straight. UPI is not a digital wallet. With a wallet, you first have to load money from your bank into the wallet app. With UPI, there's no middleman like that. The money goes directly from your bank account straight to their bank account. Your payment app, like Google Pay, is just a messenger. It never actually holds on to your money.
This brings us to one of UPI's most genius features, the Virtual Payment Address, or VPA. Think of it as a public nickname or an email address for your bank account. It means you can get paid without ever having to share your sensitive account number or your bank's IFSC code. It's like a secure digital PO box for your money.
And the security actually goes way deeper. First, there's device binding, which literally locks your UPI ID to your physical phone and your SIM card. It's a huge fraud prevention tool. Then, all the data flying back and forth is end-to-end encrypted. And maybe most importantly, get this, your app, Google Pay, PhonePe, whatever, never sees or stores your PIN. That PIN goes directly to your bank and only your bank for verification. It's a zero-trust model, and it's a very big deal.
Because of this amazing design, the system is built for extreme reliability. The tech specs actually demand an uptime of 99.99%. What does that even mean? It means the system is designed to be available pretty much all the time, 24/7, 365.
But what happens when a system that's built for everyone is suddenly being used by everyone, all at the same time? Well, this brings us to the very real challenges of massive success.
And yeah, that success has definitely led to some growing pains. As this quote points out, there have been outages, and when a system that processes billions of transactions a month goes down for even just a few minutes, it affects a massive number of people.
And it's no wonder the system feels the strain sometimes. I mean, just look at this chart. UPI now makes up a staggering 85% of all digital transactions in India. That incredible volume is a huge win, but it's also the very thing that puts the system's infrastructure under so much pressure.
So what's the technical culprit here? A lot of the time, it's something called excessive back-end API requests. Just think of it like this. Your app might be checking your balance over and over, or constantly asking, did my payment go through yet?
Each one of those is a tiny request. But when you multiply that by millions of users all at once, it's like a million people knocking on a server's door at the exact same time. It can get overwhelmed.
So, to fix this, the NPCI introduced some really smart new rules. As you can see here, they've put some common sense limits in place. Things like checking your balance are now capped at 50 times a day for each app. Auto payments for bills and subscriptions, those will now run during off-peak hours to ease congestion. And constantly checking the status of a payment is now limited to just 3 tries. This is all about reducing unnecessary digital traffic to keep the system running smoothly for everyone.
And you know, it's this constant evolution and problem solving that is making UPI more than just an Indian success story. It's actually becoming a global playbook for the future of money.
Yep, UPI is going global. The Indian government is already in talks with a bunch of countries to roll out the UPI system internationally. The focus right now is on expanding into places like the Middle East, East Asia, and even Europe to make cross-border payments just as easy as paying your local shopkeeper.
And that, right there, is the ultimate takeaway. UPI has created a blueprint that other countries are now looking at and saying, we want that too. It's a public, interoperable, low-cost system for real-time payments that truly empowers its users.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating final thought. UPI proved it was possible to create a single, simple, universal language for money inside a country of over 1 billion people. So the big question now is, what's stopping that language from going global?